Maxine Waters is at it again. During a speech over the weekend, Waters once again openly threatened supporters of President Donald Trump. Not only is this unethical for a member of Congress, this is unacceptable behavior for any human being, much less one who can influence the factions of violent leftists. Waters bragged, in a snarky tone, that she threatens Trump supporters all the time. Well, that's when she got a real nasty surprise. Representative Maxine Waters, who is not the most stable person in the world, appears to have gone off the deep end. The California Democrat has long called for the impeachment of President Donald Trump, but on Saturday, she went further, much further, while accepting an award from the Stonewall Young Democrats in Los Angeles. Waters was recalling her infamous speech from June when she said, "Let's make sure we show up wherever we have to show up. And if you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome anymore, anywhere." Mad Maxine had ethics violations charged against her for that display, but as of this writing, Congress has yet to discipline her. So she took it further last Saturday, saying in her snarky tone, "There are those who said we lacked civility when I got up and talked about the president's cabinet, and I said if you see them anywhere, if you see them at a restaurant, if you see them in a department store, even at a gasoline station, just tell them you're not welcome here or anywhere." Waters continued, "And so, it frightened a lot of people, and of course, the lying president said that I had threatened all of his constituents. I did not threaten his constituents, his supporters. I do that all the time, but I didn't do it that time." But she wasn't finished spewing her violent rhetoric. "When I compare what you're doing with what we have in Washington, D.C., in the highest office in the land, I wake up in the middle of the night and all I can think about is I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him," she said. And, as you know, there's a difference in how some of our leadership talk about how we should handle all of this. They say, "Maxine, please don't say impeachment anymore," and when they say that, I say impeachment, 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 impeachment. Waters said to more cheers. Waters said after ousting Trump, she'd go after Vice President Mike Pence. "I had a conversation here today with someone who asked, well, what about Pence? If you are able to impeach, Pence will be worse. Well, I said, look, one at a time, you knock one down, and we'll be ready for Pence. We'll get him, too," she said.